A couple personal observations. Um, Most markets will make one major move per day. So if you've missed the move, you've missed the move. Don't bother trying to chase the market. You're not going to catch it. Just resign yourself to the fact that you drop the ball, come back tomorrow. And I don't mean to sound condescending. There's a lot of times, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a lot of times in the trading room where I will miss the major part of the move. Sometimes the market just leaves you flat-footed. Again, it's the nature of the markets to create confusion. So if you get in late or you don't get in at all, don't beat yourself up for it. But be aware that the big moves tend to occur within that first hour of trading. So if I'm going to take a chance on a trade, it's probably going to be in that first hour. And that's the time when I'm going to look for that momentum to come in. I'm going to look for the breakout. And if I think I can see it, then I'm going to extend my profit targets or leave a runner in play or do something to try to capitalize on that early momentum. Here is a little something that, again, a lot of traders don't consider, but it is oh so true. Very often, it's the worst looking trades that have the best follow through. And it's the best looking trades that have the worst follow through. It's almost as though the market knows how to tee it up to try to entice all these counter trend traders to get on board. When in fact the market's really not going to go counter trend, it's just going to continue with trend. So if you're looking at a trade and you got a little bit of a knot in your stomach and you're thinking, gee, that just doesn't look right, go for it, because that's probably the trade that's going to develop into the move of the trade, into the move of the day, and get you that big follow through that you've been looking for, if in fact it is going to be a trending kind of day. Markets also tend to reverse their overnight trend early in the session. That is, of course, if there is one. The overnight markets a lot more active now than they were even 10 years ago. There's a lot of activity in the Asian and European sessions, even in the NASDAQ and the S&P. So if you are starting your day and you see a dominant trend through the overnight, you can almost be guaranteed that the market will try to reverse that trend early in the day. That's what we saw happen today. The first 10, 15 minutes, the market tried to continue the overnight trend in the NASDAQ and the E-mini, and then it turned on its heels and did a full-on reversal. So something to bear in mind. Also, when it comes to trading, keep it simple. You know, I see so many traders come to me and their charts are just a mess. You know, it looks like they gave their little kid a box of crayons and said, here, go nuts, because there's lines every which way. Trading does not have to be difficult. It can be as difficult as you want it to be, of course, but normally simple is better. And what you want to do is you want to be able to make a decision off your chart. And believe it or not, whether the decision is right or wrong is secondary. Just the ability to make a decision is paramount. It's also important to remember that you can't make the market do anything. Your job as a trader is to take what the market is giving. In fact, I have a little sign in my office that says exactly that your job as a trader is to take what the market is giving. If the market's not giving, you're not taking. If the market is in a giving mood, well, then you can take more. But you got to get away from this production line mentality that plagues so many traders.